Welcome back. So we are in the vectors topic. Today we'll cover very important session. So finding displacement of a particle in given time. When a particle or object on x in the xy plane, let us suppose 2 units, 3 units. 2 units on the x-axis distance, 3 units on the y-axis. Now let us suppose from O to P. OP is a position vector. Already we covered what is meant by position vector. A vector which gives position of a particle in given time. So now R1 is a first position vector. So now according to this situation, the particle is at here. Now let us suppose after certain time when it is in the motion, let us suppose it is shifted to this point. So 3, 5. Now you write another new vector. R2 is a position vector. OP1, OP2, let us assume. OP1 is a first position vector, OP2 is a second position vector. Now what happened here, after certain time, the particle has shifted from this coordinates to this coordinates. Now can you imagine the displacement? Can you imagine the displacement? So from P1 to P2 will be the displacement. So from P1 to P2 is a displacement. Now just I will repeat once again. Now we are assuming that a particle is P at P1 point, and from origin to P1 it will be the first position vector. OP2 represents the second position vector, so which has the units 3, 5. Now we can understand that the particle has migrated from P1 to P2. P1 to P2. Our aim is to find the displacement from P1 to P2. This is our aim. Now here I will draw here. So first position vector is like this. It is second position vector, second displacement vector is this one. So third here we are writing. This is R1. Let us suppose this is a displacement. This is R2 cap. So it looks like a triangle. According to the triangle law, what we can write? Triangle law represents first vector, head and tail. Already you know that. Its tail is joined at head of the first vector. Now first vector already OP1, and here displacement is, let us suppose E2 P2, P1 P2 is second vector. Now according to triangle law, what we can write? OP1 vector OP1 plus P1 P2 vector will be equal to OP2. Now these are the sides of a triangle. OP1 is the first vector. The tail of the second vector is at head of the first vector. So they joined in the order. This is very important. When head and tail meet, they are in the particular order. Now what is the reverse order? This is a OP2. If you assume the OP2 tail is at tail of the first vector, its head is at head of the second vector. So this is nothing but resultant vector here. According to triangle law, OP1 plus P1 P2 is equal to R2. But what we want here, we want to find out the displacement. So displacement is given by P1 P2. So how can you write P1 P2 here? P1 P2 vector is equal to OP2 minus OP1. Now we want to find the magnitude. So P1 P2 magnitude is important, is equal to S, is equal to OP2 magnitude minus OP1 magnitude. So understand carefully. Triangle law helps us to find out the resultant vector or to find out any other vector's magnitude also from this concept. You can find out the initial position also. If you want to find out the initial position from where to where also, you can find out using this same concept. So now how to find out the OP2 magnitude? OP2 magnitude is right here 3 comma 5. Let us assume other side equal to under root 3 square plus 5 square, 9 plus 25 equal to 34, root 34. What about the magnitude of OP1? OP1 equal to under root of 2 square plus 3 square equal to 4 plus 9 equal to 13 square root. Now OP2 is different from OP2 bar. OP2 looks like this one. OP2 is nothing but magnitude of the vector OP2. I am not writing any arrow mark above the OP2. Here OP1. Now what we want here, substitute the values here. Substituting here, what you get? S is equal to OP2 root 34 minus root 13. So S value will be equal to root 34 minus root 13. This is a displacement from point P1 to P2. So in this way we can find out the displacement covered by the particle or object. So now in this one simple concept, here we have used a position vector, a new position of the particle. This is a displacement. The displacement is given by the triangle law here. You can understand that this is an example of or application of triangle law. Okay, thank you. We will solve more problems. So using, you take some other P1 is at 5 comma 9, P2 10 comma 20. So find out the resultant displacement. Okay, so solve in this same way. Apply the triangle law. So thank you.